I want to take a moment, because a lot of people have been very understandably emotional today, but I want to get clinical about the 5 times that Andrew and Myuran were let down. The first time was in 2005, when Scott Rush's dad asked a friend to contact the AFP. He was worried about his son making the biggest mistake of his life. Lee Rush was trying to protect his son. He did the first thing that many of us would have done. He went to the police. He trusted that the AFP would stop the Bali Nine from leaving the country and stop this catastrophe in its tracks. Instead, the AFP let them leave and told the Indonesians they were coming, knowing that this could end with a bullet put through Andrew and Myuran's chest. And the AFP have never explained this. The second time Andrew and Myuran were let down was when the judges, who would eventually convict them, allegedly offered Andrew and Myuran the chance to pay $130,000 to take the death penalty off the table. They should have taken it. They probably would have taken it. But they were let down by an even higher level of corruption. According to the pair's former lawyer, the deal disappeared for political reasons when Indonesia's Attorney General and Supreme Court demanded that Andrew and Myuran be put to death, robbing them of even the chance of a fair trial. These allegations are still being investigated. The third thing to let Andrew and Myuran down arrived with Indonesia's new president, Joko Widodo. I'm talking here about hardline politics. I'm talking about an obsession with being seen to be a tough guy in front of a domestic audience. Jokowi cared more about his image than he did about the facts of the case or Andrew and Myuran's rehabilitation. He didn't even know where the drugs were meant to end up. Maybe once Jokowi was elected, there was nothing we could have done. But I'll tell you what didn't help.
Let's not forget that a few years ago, when Indonesia was struck by the Indian Ocean tsunami, Australia sent $1 billion worth of assistance.
Now, don't get me wrong, the Australian government did everything they could to save Andrew and Myuran, but that was the 4th time that they were let down. I don't want to overstate this, I don't want to misrepresent it, I don't want to politicise it. This is a moment that I'm sure Tony Abbott himself regrets. He was just desperately trying to come to Andrew and Myuran's aid by reminding Indonesia what good friends Australians have been to them in the past. The reminder was taken as a threat by the Indonesians. Our generous aid came with strings attached, and one of those strings was an expectation that Indonesians would bow to political pressure from Australia and show clemency whenever we demanded it. The last time Andrew and Myuran were let down happened yesterday. The pair were initially denied their right to have their chosen spiritual guides with them as they prepared to face a firing squad. The 6 others who were to be executed alongside them were not denied that right. Only Andrew and Myuran were. It was so provocative. It was so pathetic and so pointless. At the 11th hour, the Indonesians allowed Andrew and Myuran's guides access to the pair, but by then, a final message of disrespect had already been sent. Andrew Chan and Myuran Sukumaran were guilty men. They were criminals. They were ringleaders of an operation to smuggle drugs into this country. But they were also let down, time and again, right up to their final hours. And with that, we need to take a break.